Alright guys, I think we're going to try this out. So here's my 2000 crew cab short bed. Getting ready to get rid of that IFS. Got a Dana 60 out of an 01 Dodge Ram here. Getting it cleaned up. Putting some new coil buckets on it. Got my CAD delete there installed temporarily till I get it in the truck and run the actual cable for it. I figured I'd start documenting this. Not a lot of people doing them. So here we go. Keep you guys updated. Alright guys, so bear with me until I decide how I want to do this. Kind of wanted to do project videos, but I don't think stuff's going to happen fast enough for that. So maybe we'll just do stuff as I'm working on it. And I'll just put out videos as they're ready. So this is the Dana 60 going in the front of my truck. You guys will see in another clip. This is 02 Grand Cherokee, the 4.7, doing valve seals and lifters. Got this side done, ready to put the valve cover back on. This side's apart. Lifters pulled. No, not. They're still in there. Old lifters are still in there, ready to do valve seals. So I'm going to button this side up and then get back to work on the other side. So I got the driver's side buttoned up, other than, you know, some small stuff, intake and whatnot, some vacuum lines, which will be after everything else is done and doing the last minute stuff. Getting ready to jump on this side. I don't have a tripod yet, but I'm going to try to set you guys up and show you at least one valve spring, valve stem removal and install. There is a guy that makes a pretty cool tool to do this for about 125 bucks. I made my own. I do have to switch it up from intake to exhaust. You can see the I think it was exhaust. I don't remember. I have to look. I think I do the exhaust with it welded there, and then I'll cut it off, weld it on that other spot to do the intake. They're just offset different. So I'll try to get that set up and show you guys one of these real quick. Okay, fast forward like 20 minutes because apparently the passenger side is different than the driver's side. So I had to remake the whole plate here because this cylinder is way wider on the caps than any of the other ones. So, yep, I've got pressure in the cylinders, got my air compressor regulated down to like 45-50 psi when it's constant like this. So it should be good to start cranking this down. valve spring out. Set that aside. And pliers. Get a hold of this valve seal. A lot of guys use those pliers for hoses. Makes it really easy to get down in here and get around these. You don't really need to squeeze them real hard, but get a hold of it, wiggle it a little bit like that. Camera's being weird. Wiggle it a little bit back and forth, and then it'll pull up. You can see how bad those were compared to a new one. So the new ones, I should have been ready for this, but I wasn't. I like to get a little bit of oil. Dip those new ones in there just like that. I normally let them soak between each cylinder, but like I said, I was not prepared after having to make a new tool here. So you want to be careful when you go to slide that back on there that you don't just jam your valve stem back down in the cylinder. It'll slide on just like that. And that's pretty much all the way down. Stick our valve spring back on. Put our tool back up here. Stick that keeper right to your finger like that. It's hard to see, but that one's in the grooves there. I know this video is going to be cringe. There's no room in here to do stuff. No room in here to do stuff. I've got two lights so you guys can see. I'm holding the phone with one hand, trying to work with the other. What I did was I stuck that keeper on and then kind of rolled it around to the other side. And then I'll just stick the other one on. Very blindly. Sometimes it's hard, like I said, with no room to get them where you want them to go. So you gotta use a screwdriver. Alright, we gotta change something here. Anyways, I think you guys get the idea. I'm gonna fight with this one for a second. Oh, just got it in. Dark now because I moved the light, but keepers are in. Let's see if I can show you guys. So like I said, really cringy video there, but that's the short and dirty of valve seals. Alright, got the valve seals and lifters done on this side, getting ready to put the cam in, and then throw the valve cover on it, get the rest of this rat's nest put back together. I took everything out over here to have room, ECU, coolant overflow, all that stuff. So take a little bit to put all that back together. Kind of worked out having to remake this for this side. I made my slots a lot longer, so it actually worked for the intake and the exhaust, being able to slide it that much. So that worked out. I did have to cut the top off. I was using the handle, but to get way back in there I had to cut it short, so I just welded a nut to it and then used my ratchet. So that's a wrap on valve seals. And put it back together and show you guys hopefully a running Jeep here when I get done. Alright guys, so this weekend waiting on parts to finish up the 4.7. Figured I could show you guys a couple things real quick, plus what I'm working on today. It's my truck. You've all seen a couple clips of this. 2000 Chevy, 3/4 ton, crew cab, short bed, 5.7. I got a buddy making me a long arm kit, and it should be done within the next week or two, so I can start swapping the Dana 60 out of a 2nd gen Dodge Ram into the front of this. And then that red dump truck out there actually has a 24 valve Cummins already swapped into it with an adapter plate and whatnot, so that's going in this truck as well, but that probably won't be until next year. This is my daily 99 Grand Cherokee 4-liter budget boost style lift, 2.5 in the front, 1.5 in the rear, rough country shocks on the front, 350,000 miles, drive it every day. So this is a 98 Grand Cherokee, 5.9 limited. It's a 98 only. They put the big 5.9 in these things. This one's already got a set of, can't see the tags on the other manifold header. They are Doug Thorley headers. Unfortunately, somebody hacked the exhaust off of it before I grabbed it. So I went to eBay for a couple $100, picked up a mandrel bent piping kit, converter, and a muffler. So we'll see how this sounds. It's going to be better than nothing. So I'm going to get started tacking some of this on and show you guys how it looks under there. Alright guys, so believe it or not, it's been about a year since I was starting these videos. The red Grand Cherokee with the 4.7 in it, I sold. I think I have a picture of it I can put in. This is the 98 with the 5.9. I bought some cheap tires, they don't fit, so I got some 3-inch pucks to throw in it for now. Started working on the exhaust. It had the Doug Thorley's on it when I bought it, but turned out they were in pretty bad shape. You can see on this one I've already had it out, cleaned it up, put a V-band on it. This one needs some work. Cracked. Gonna put a V-band on it, throw it back in. Got some stuff to do to the exhaust. But that's kind of it for now. Don't know how much more crazy I'm gonna go on this for now. I'd like to build my own long arm kit for it and go up to some good 33s. These are about a 33-inch tire, maybe 35s on it. But I need to get back on my truck. Got the Dana 60 there to put in my truck. I would like to get it in here next and get it done before winter. We're in the middle of July here now, so keep you guys updated.